Comrades, this whole hysteria about this Chinese spy balloon is just yet another chapter in the series of imperialist lies against Russia and China, against the East. This is yet more Cold War, Red Scare, MacArthurist narratives against Russia and China. It's clear as day. US experts have already concluded that these spy balloons were indeed not spy balloons. They had no military or espionage capabilities, and it was actually a China. It was from China, but it was a machine to study the weather. It was to study the weather. It came up to China. It went west. It went east to China, up through Alaska, down through Canada, and ended up in, I think it was Montana, USA. That's when it was spotted and shot down. This was not a spy balloon. It was not a military piece of equipment. It was a weather balloon. It was to study the weather. But of course, we are going to be taught that this was Chinese aggression. A very high ranking US politician who is currently in South Korea and was due to visit China to talk to Xi Jinping has cancelled his visit, saying that this spy balloon was an infringement and a push of the boundary of US sovereignty. And it was a violation of the international law. The international law, which of course the USA created themselves. They just fabricated that on themselves because they are the police of the world. They are the unipolar hegemonic power of the world. It's their laws. It isn't the international laws. But they say it's international laws to make them sound more powerful. Anyway, I digress. This weather balloon was shot down. Another one has been located as well. There's been now two located. China has apologized for the fact that it did go into US territory. That was not the intention of the Chinese. The Chinese has made it clear that they apologize and that the balloon went off course, and that's why it ended up in the USA territory. However, China has also been clear that they are absolutely against and they find it despicable the anti-China narrative and anti-China hate that has been spread and who has started because of this. Like I already said, US experts have already concluded that this was not a military or espionage piece of equipment. This was for the weather. It's an innocent civilian scientific research balloon. And we're talking about this, and it's on every headline in the world, and there's memes being made, and it's all over the place. Just hate, hate, hate. Lies, 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 jokes, memes, just scaremongering, alarmist stories about how China is a dystopian, Orwellian, draconian country, and this is a plot against the West, and all this nonsense. The people saying this, the countries pushing this narrative, is the same country, we're talking about the United States here, this is the same country that has over 1,000 military bases in every continent of the world. Over 1,000 military bases. There are hundreds of US military bases that are that surround Russia, the Russian Federation, and the People's Republic of China. There's hundreds in Poland, in Turkey, in Finland, in Estonia, in Latvia, in Lithuania, in Mongolia, in Thailand, in Myanmar, in Indonesia, in South Korea, in Japan, in Taiwan. There are hundreds of US military bases. But yet, no, we're told that China and Russia are the evil ones. They're the evil ones. They're the dirty commies. They're the aggressors. They're always starting the problems and starting the wars and starting the violence. It's not the USA. It's not their USA and their thousands and thousands of US bases. It's not the USA in threatening and sanctioning countries that go against their globalist agenda. No, it's not the USA. Of course not. It's Russia and China. They're the evil ones. They're the ones that we shouldn't trust. They're the ones that send spy balloons into enemy airspace. This is absolutely nonsense, comrades. Please don't believe the bullshit. Don't start hating on China. Please stop. Don't swallow the imperialist lies. This was a research balloon. It was studying the weather. It was a scientific research project. It went off course, and unfortunately, it ended up in US airspace, which is why it was shot down. And America was right to shoot it down. Any country would have shot it down. That's not the issue. The issue is that this is just yet another chapter in a whole series of lies and slanders against China and Russia and any member states of that bloc, the bloc that supports Russia and China. So yeah, don't believe the bullshit. Just laugh it off. This is not the story that this is not the story that is being perceived to be. This is not even worth talking about. There's hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, innocent people that have died at the hands of US military aggression. Russia has not actually been involved in a war in several years. China, too, have not been an aggressor in a country probably since Cambodia and since Vietnam, when China invaded Vietnam. That was probably the last time China has been in a serious conflict. Russia, of course, they've had schisms with Ukraine and Georgia and Chechnya, but they haven't been in an actual war, if not including Ukraine, probably since Afghanistan. So this is seriously just absolute nonsense. These Russia and China are not aggressive countries. They are sovereign states with national self-determination, and the imperialists in the West really need to leave them alone, because this is going to end in a slippery slope down to heightened tensions and a revival of Cold War conspiracy and Cold War distrust and Cold War political instability. And that is not what the world needs right now. So just leave China and Russia alone. Stop starting shit. Just fucking national sovereignty needs to be upholded here. We need to let China do its fucking research projects. It's not a military weapon. It poses absolutely no threats to human beings. People just need to calm the fuck down. So that's my advice to you all. Just calm down. It's not the story it's being perceived to be. It's bullshit, okay? It's just bullshit. Don't believe in it. Keep supporting China, keep supporting Russia, and keep supporting the end to the unipolar world dominated by the United States and their minions. Solidarity and comradeship to you all, and please subscribe. Cheerio.